This glucose meter reads 187, and that's after just one glass of what most people think is a healthy morning drink. If you're over 50, these 4 drinks could be silently destroying your blood sugar, draining your energy, and putting you on the fast track to type 2 diabetes. And number 2, it's probably in your fridge right now. Let's get into it. Before we dive in, let me explain why this matters more than you think. Every time your blood sugar spikes above 140, 3 dangerous things can happen inside your body. First, your pancreas dumps a flood of insulin to bring that sugar back down. Over time, your cells can stop responding to insulin properly. That's called insulin resistance, and research shows it's a key step toward type 2 diabetes. Second, excess sugar can get stored as fat, specifically the dangerous belly fat that wraps around your organs and is linked to higher risk of heart disease. And third, after every spike often comes a crash. That's why so many people feel exhausted at 10 a.m., ravenous by lunch, and reaching for sugar again by 3 p.m. It's a vicious cycle. Here's the scary part. Most people drink these 4 drinks every single day thinking they're being healthy. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to avoid and what to drink instead. Stick around for number 2 because it's the one that surprises everyone. Drink number 1, orange juice. I know, your mom gave it to you growing up. The commercials show happy families drinking it at breakfast. The label says 100% pure, no sugar added, packed with vitamin C. It's literally just fruit, right? Not quite. And here's why. 1 8-ounce glass of 100% orange juice contains around 22 grams of sugar. An 8-ounce glass of Coca-Cola contains about 26 grams. Let me say that again. Your morning glass of OJ has nearly as much sugar as a soda. But here's where it gets worse. When you eat a whole orange, you also get about 3 grams of fiber. That fiber slows down sugar absorption, so the sugar trickles into your bloodstream gradually. Your body handles it just fine. When you drink the juice, most of that fiber is gone, stripped away during processing. So 22 grams of sugar can hit your bloodstream within minutes, and your blood sugar can spike rapidly. Studies have shown that fruit juice can spike blood sugar almost as much as soda. And here's the worst part. Most people drink it first thing in the morning on an empty stomach, which we'll come back to later because timing matters more than you think. Research published in respected journals has shown that simply switching from fruit juice to whole fruit can meaningfully improve fasting blood sugar over time. Same fruit, same vitamins, just a different form. One small swap, big results. So here's what to do instead. Option 1, eat a whole orange. You get the same vitamin C plus the fiber that helps prevent the spike. Option 2, water with a squeeze of lemon. 0 sugar, refreshing, and it actually helps with hydration. Option 3, if you absolutely must have juice, dilute it 50-50 with water and drink it with protein and fat like eggs. That helps slow down absorption. Now drink number 2, and this is the one that shocks everyone. I had to put this second because if I put it last, half of you would have stopped watching by then. Store-bought smoothies. Walk into any juice bar, smoothie chain, or even your local grocery store. You see the labels, all natural, made with real fruit, superfood blend, green goodness. You think you're doing your body a massive favor. Here's the reality. A medium to large smoothie from many popular chains can contain anywhere from 50 to 90 grams of sugar. That's the equivalent of 2 to 3 cans of soda in one drink. Some large smoothies pack over 100 grams of sugar. And it's not just the chains. Even homemade smoothies can be a blood sugar disaster if you're not careful. Think about it. A typical smoothie might have a banana, a cup of berries, an apple, some mango, and some orange juice as the liquid base. That's 4 to 5 servings of fruit blended together. You would never sit down and eat 4 oranges, 2 bananas, and a cup of berries in 5 minutes. But blended into liquid form, you can drink it in 60 seconds. Your blood sugar has no idea what hit it. Plus, and this is huge, research shows the act of chewing actually triggers satiety hormones that signal fullness to your brain. When you blend everything, you partially skip that signal. You're cramming hundreds of calories of sugar into your system without your brain ever telling you to stop. Here's something most people don't know. Many commercial smoothies use fruit juice concentrate as a base. That's basically liquid sugar. So even if the label brags about real fruit, you may be drinking fruit-flavored sugar water with a few berries thrown in for show. Always read the ingredients. If you love smoothies, and I do too, make them at home with this simple rule. 1 serving of fruit mac, about half a cup of berries, a handful of leafy greens like spinach, a scoop of protein powder or Greek yogurt, healthy fats like a tablespoon of almond butter or chia seeds, and unsweetened almond milk or water as the base. That's a blood sugar-friendly smoothie that will actually keep you full and energized for hours. Drink number 3, flavored coffee drinks. Now let me be clear. I'm not talking about regular black coffee. Black coffee is actually good for blood sugar. Harvard research has linked regular coffee consumption to a significantly lower risk of type 2 diabetes. I'm talking about the fancy stuff. Caramel macchiatos, pumpkin spice lattes, vanilla cold brews, mocha frappuccinos. Those Instagram-worthy drinks that millions of people grab on the way to work. A medium-flavored latte from your favorite coffee chain can contain anywhere from 30 to 60 grams of sugar. A large frappuccino can hit nearly 80 grams. That's the equivalent of 15 to 20 teaspoons of sugar in 1 cup. Imagine sitting down and eating 15 teaspoons of pure sugar with a spoon. You'd be horrified, but sip it slowly through a straw with whipped cream on top. Suddenly, it feels acceptable. And here's the timing problem. Most people drink these drinks when? First thing in the morning, on an empty stomach. So you're starting your entire day with a massive insulin spike. By 10 a.m., you crash. By noon, you're starving. By 3 p.m., you're back at the coffee shop ordering another one. The cycle repeats every single day. And let's talk about the financial cost too. A $6 latte every weekday adds up to over $1,500 a year. That's $1,500 you're paying to wreck your blood sugar. Here's what to do instead. Switch to black coffee or coffee with just a splash of unsweetened almond milk or whole milk. If you need a touch of sweetness, add a dash of cinnamon. And this is a nice bonus. Research suggests cinnamon may help support healthy blood sugar levels. It's a simple win. If you really need flavor, try sugar-free vanilla extract or a few drops of stevia. You'll save money, support your blood sugar, and probably lose a few pounds in the process. And finally, drink number 4, sports drinks and energy drinks. The marketing is absolutely brilliant. Bright colors, athletes on the bottle, words like electrolytes, hydration, performance, and energy. They've convinced millions of people that these are healthy beverages. Let me hit you with the truth. A standard 20-ounce sports drink contains around 34 grams of sugar. Energy drinks can be even worse. Some popular 16-ounce cans contain over 50 grams of sugar, plus enough caffeine to make your heart race. Here's the thing nobody tells you. Sports drinks were originally designed for elite athletes, people losing massive amounts of fluids and electrolytes during intense, prolonged exercise. Football players in 100-degree heat, marathon runners, cyclists doing 4-hour rides. If you're walking around the grocery store, sitting at your desk, or watching TV, you don't need a sports drink. You're essentially drinking liquid candy with food coloring and a pinch of salt. And energy drinks? They combine massive sugar loads with caffeine. Caffeine triggers a release of cortisol, your stress hormone. And elevated cortisol can raise blood sugar even further. Then when both crash a couple hours later, you can feel worse than before you drank it. This is especially important if you're over 50. Research shows that as we age, our insulin sensitivity tends to decline naturally, meaning our bodies have a harder time managing blood sugar spikes. What your 25-year-old body could brush off, your 55-year-old body may store as belly fat and inflammation. For everyday hydration, plain water is unbeatable. Aim for around 8 glasses a day, or simply drink enough that your urine stays light yellow. If you want electrolytes, and most people don't actually need them unless they're sweating heavily, make your own. Add a pinch of sea salt and a squeeze of lemon to your water. Maybe a splash of unsweetened coconut water if you've been exercising hard. Costs pennies, works well, zero sugar. For energy, here's a wild idea. Get more sleep, drink water, and eat real food. You'll have all the natural energy you need without the crashes. All right, so we've covered what not to drink. But you're probably thinking, what can I drink? Great question. Here are the 5 best drinks for stable blood sugar, especially if you're over 50. Number 1, water. I know, boring, but it's unbeatable. Aim for around 8 glasses a day or until your urine is light yellow. If plain water bores you, try infusing it with cucumber slices, lemon, or fresh mint. Tastes like a spa, costs nothing. Number 2, green tea. Packed with antioxidants called catechins that have been shown in studies to support insulin sensitivity and may even help with weight management. Try 2 to 3 cups a day for maximum benefit. Number 3, black coffee. As I mentioned earlier, black coffee, without sugar or sweet syrups, has been associated with a lower risk of type 2 diabetes in major studies. The key word is black. Don't ruin it with sweeteners. Number 4, sparkling water with lemon, lime, or cucumber. This is my secret weapon. It feels like a treat, scratches the itch for soda, and has zero impact on blood sugar. Number 5, herbal teas like chamomile, peppermint, or ginger. Zero sugar, calming, and ginger in particular has been shown in some studies to help support healthy blood sugar levels. Make these your defaults. And within just a couple of weeks of cutting out the 4 drinks I mentioned and switching to these, many people notice better energy, fewer cravings, clearer thinking, and often some weight loss too. Before I wrap up, here's a bonus tip that almost nobody talks about. The timing of when you drink matters almost as much as what you drink. Here's something fascinating. There's a phenomenon called the dawn phenomenon. Your body releases cortisol in the morning to wake you up, and that cortisol can actually make your blood sugar more reactive to food. Combined with the overnight fast, sugar can hit harder in the morning than at almost any other time of day. That's why a sugary breakfast drink is one of the worst ways to start your day. So if you must have something sweet, never drink it alone. Always pair it with protein, fat, or fiber. For example, if you want a small glass of juice, drink it with eggs and avocado. Research shows protein and fat can blunt the blood sugar spike significantly. This one trick alone can change your whole day. If this video helped you, do me a quick favor. Hit that subscribe button. I post videos like this every week to help people over 50 take back their health, feel better, and live longer. Thanks for watching, take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next one.